That's so sad that y'all got Gloria off this app. What did y'all do? That lady was doing God's work.
Inclusivity goes both ways.
DJ got another one.
Too much tea. Golloria has been bullied off of TikTok for being a dark-skinned black woman. Who is Golloria, you might ask? Golloria is a popular makeup influencer on TikTok with over 2.2 million followers. Golloria is an activist for dark-skinned women in the makeup community. Golloria has fans and supporters of many different ethnicities as she fights for inclusivity for all darker shades of women. Golloria also has a lot of male supporters in the makeup community. Let's take a quick look at some of the content that Golloria produces over on TikTok.
I have struggled for years to find a contour.
Like what? That's literally me. The beauty industry lacks so much representation, and Fenty Beauty was one of the first companies ever. I did not wear makeup or full faces of makeup until I found Fenty Beauty because there was never anything in my shade.
Oh, but you tried it on real skin.
Why would you send me this, Giorgio Armani? Giorgio Armani, why would you send me this? Period. You see how this blush doesn't have a white base? Good blush is never gonna have an intense white base. Gaga, come forward. You see how beautifully this blush blends out? You see how Gaga didn't just give us one shade? You see how this is hot pink and it looks beautiful on dark skin? You see how naturally, beautifully flushed I look without looking ashy? All she does is complain. This is why I complain. This is why I complain. You see how beautifully flushed I am without looking ashy? Oh, and you thought we were done? There's another one. This is why you advocate for yourself. You see what happens whenever you're not complacent? And that's what we call redemption. Yeah. Haley, thank you for reaching out and listening to me and treating me like a human. This is redemption. A blush. A blush. A blush. A blush. A blush. I'm scared. Here's a zoom in. They all have a white base. None of these are gonna work on skin as dark as mine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take it back to the lab.
Now, it was just a couple days ago we were over here discussing Samara and the comedian Takara and the whole plus size inclusivity war going on between those two. Here we are again. However, this time Golloria has left the building. Golloria wasn't the only makeup influencer who found the YSL blushes a fail.
Why would you lie and say that these colors would work on dark skin? YSL sent me their new blush shades, right? And I saw this one, I was like, that's not for me. But that's not what the website says. According to online, Lavender Lust should look like this on dark skin. Oh! Just looking at this blush, do you think that's an accurate representation? Hey, let's test this out because YSL says this works for me. I don't know about this.
So let's hear what Golloria had to say about being attacked online, more specifically TikTok. Golloria says, "Hi babes, I'm logging off for a bit. The internet has become an increasingly violent space, particularly for dark-skinned black women. It's heartbreaking and harmful to constantly confront the overwhelming colorist, anti-black, and racist rhetoric that's directed at us by the masses. No one should be forced to endure that level of emotional trauma. What's even more disturbing is how bigotry and white fragility are amplified when Black women, especially those with darker skin, speak out. The world consistently refuses to listen to us or acknowledge our experiences. There's a persistent failure to see dark-skinned Black women as fully human, as deserving of the same empathy, respect, and grace afforded to others. We are often dehumanized, either erased or harshly criticized, because the world does not know how to engage with our existence beyond stereotypes and shallow narratives. This is the harsh reality. Society has long been conditioned to dismiss us, to see us as less deserving of care and protection. That dehumanization allows for the continued disrespect and disregard for our voices, our bodies, and our contributions. This has to change. Black women deserve to be treated with dignity. Black creatives deserve recognition and respect, and dark-skinned women deserve to be seen, valued, and humanized in every sense. We are not here to be performers for the world's consumption, nor are we here to be your punching bag. We are here to live fully with the humanity that should never be questioned or denied. Signed, Golloria. We are all hopeful that Gloria comes back online sooner rather than later. But let's get into what some of her supporters and fans had to say about this whole situation. Too much.
To my girl, because why did she have to get off the internet? I am very confused. I am extremely confused because I didn't think she would get any type of backlash for what she's putting out, because she is showing companies that most likely send her those products that it doesn't work for her skin. It's not inclusive. Like, it's not giving this is for everybody. They don't even have a certain type of blush or whatever she's trying on, foundation that matches her skin, that looks good on her skin. So I don't understand why anybody would have a problem with it. Like, why would you have a problem with somebody showing you? And it's not her just saying, it's not her just getting up on here and being like, well, let me tell you about da-da-da-da. No, she is showing you. She's putting it on, and she is showing it don't match, babe. It doesn't look good. It looks ashy. You don't have a dark enough shade. Your shade range is not ranged enough. Like, come on. I don't know. Like, when I was reading it, I was like, people are upset with her for like showing the people that they don't have the right stuff for darker skin complexion. I'm confusion, babes. I'm confused.
This young lady says it saddens me to see Gloria stepping back for a bit. She brings awareness to such an important conversation. Everything she said is valid, and y'all know it. I wanted to show this video of myself to show y'all how excited I was to even find makeup that showed on my skin. In person, I'm dark-skinned, but more toward the brown warmer side. It took me until my 20s to find makeup, proper makeup shades. Imagine for the people who are darker than me. I hope one day this world wakes up and stops silencing or criticizing Black women when all we ask for is inclusivity. That should be the norm anyway. The next young lady says, when a makeup brand releases a new foundation with no dark shades, but creators like Gloria exist.
Y'all bullied Golloria off the goddamn internet. What is wrong with you people? She was a beautiful woman, just trying to show us that fucking makeup brands aren't fucking inclusive enough, and you guys bullied her off the fucking internet. I'm so fucking tired of this. What the hell?
A blush.
Who is this even made for? YSL just dropped these new Make Me Blush liquid blushes, and this is in the shade 69, and it's a very light lavender. So as you saw in Golloria's video, by the way, she's absolutely incredible. I'm a huge fan of her content. I love her dearly. Going on so white, and I think that all of the blushes that they launched have a white base to them. So I'm literally looking at it and I'm like, who would that even work for, this color? So I'm curious to try it out myself to see if it would even work on me, this lavender blush. When I first saw this blush, I was like, oh, I'm gonna mix it in with my concealer to brighten it. But then I really thought, and I'm like, babe, this is blush. Like, why would I be mixing this in with my concealer? That's crazy. So let's see if this is gonna work on me, because I really don't think it's going to. It's so white. Oh dear. Oh dear. And let me tell you something, I'm alabaster. Nude, light, fair, plus. Clean brush. Oh no. What the fuck was that? I genuinely do not know who could wear this and it would look good on. I'm not even kidding.
So I just watched Golloria's video about the new YSL blushes, and I've also seen Manny MUA and a couple of other people who I don't know on my For You page. And because of that, I have come into contact with a group of people that I haven't thought about since like 2018 makeup days. The pale princess. Not somebody with pale skin, but somebody who thinks that pale people are just as oppressed in the makeup community as black people. So basically, Golloria gets sent this entire range of blushes from YSL. Not one of the shades work on her, and she says as much, because she was given this product to review, and it didn't work for her. That's literally her whole job. Her whole job is to determine whether or not something works for dark skin or not. And in her videos, in pretty much every other MUA's videos that say that these blushes don't work for them because they are just too light, there are people who say inclusivity goes both ways. Like, name one company that doesn't have a blush that works for light skin.
There's this really lovely content creator on this app, and her name is Ocean, and she has albinism. And I feel really bad for her because people are trying to make her like the poster child for like the antithesis of Gloria's content. Because Golloria just made the video criticizing the YSL blushes for having a white base and not working on her. And let's be real, those YSL blushes wouldn't work on most skin tones, not just dark skins. And they wouldn't work on me, and I'm light skinned. But obviously, because Ocean has albinism, she's incredibly pale. The lavender blush looks good on her. The issue comes when the comments are like, see, this is why I don't like Gloria's content. It doesn't include other people. This is real inclusivity. This is what real, true inclusivity looks like. Do y'all know the definition of inclusivity? Manny MUA, he couldn't even wear those blushes, and he's pale. It's not even including like darker ranges of white people. The blush is objectively not an inclusive blush.
I just want to come on here and say, I did not know that my girl Golloria has logged off of social media due to her being bullied by people because she's speaking up and standing up for what's right in the beauty community when it comes to black women. Because she's being honest about these makeup brands that want to be blindsided, that want to be delusional, sending her these shades, blushes, lipsticks, foundation, etc., knowing that they don't work for her skin tone. And then when she calls them out, people think it's okay to bully her to the point that she has to log off of social media.
This whole situation with Golloria and YSL has me so irritated. Why do I see so many people in her comments like, oh, but it worked on this person? I think it was another creator who tried it on, this pale blush on, and it worked on her. I believe she was albino. But okay, it showed up on her and it looked pretty on her, but that wasn't the point. The point was that YSL tried to convince us that this blush right here, this pale blush, looks like this on this woman of color, and there's absolutely no way that
inclusive goes both ways. Inclusive goes both ways. Inclusive goes both. So then why did they send it to a dark-skinned woman expecting it to work on her skin when they're clearly trying to make the inclusive go one way? So clearly they're not focused on the other
I have
way.
a hot take on this from a marketing perspective, and bear with me. We've come so far in inclusivity now that brands do this knowingly. They know they're gonna send this to influencers who are people of color. They know they're gonna send this to influencers who are people of color who call out brands who aren't inclusive. Because these influencers are gonna call them out and say, what the hell is this? Why aren't you being inclusive? And then this brand is later gonna come in with products that work for people with darker skin tone and be like, we listened to you. We've redeemed ourselves. This is 100% a PR move. Like, they know this is gonna happen. They're gonna continue doing this. They're gonna continue rage baiting influencers so they can get exposure, because no PR is bad PR.